Good evening. I wanted to keep with this week's theme and keep talking a little bit more about money, and something that keeps coming up as I talk to clients and people in general is, how much money does it actually take to be happy? And I think this is a very interesting question. And when I really took the time to sit down and look at it for myself, it was very enlightening, right? Because we think that we require a lot of money. And maybe the truth is that you require a lot more than what you have right now. That could be very true for you. But I need to stop looking at who's joining. That distracts me. I lose my train of thought. So how much money do you require to be happy? So a lot of us think we need millions and millions of dollars to be happy, right? We think that if we reach this certain magical amount of money, then we won't have this worry or this fear, this anxiety around money, that we won't have to think about what we're purchasing. Well, the truth is, and if you look back on your life, you can probably see this in the different stages. Even if you're younger, you've gone through the stages of maybe being a teenager making money to being like in college or whatever that transition sort of area was for you before marriage, and then maybe to sharing money. So you're seeing these different stages in your life. And at each stage that you make more money, the fear, the anxiety, the pains, those sort of things don't go away. What happens is now, instead of you owning a 2 decades old Honda, you go to college and maybe you just get a nicer used car, and then you move on to a full-time position after you graduate, and then maybe you move on to a new car, right? Like the things just get more expensive with each step that you go. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the point is that you have your habits, and they happen at each level. And until you change those habits, until you change those thought processes you have, it's going to continue to happen no matter how much money you have. So the assignment I really want to share with you, which will take some time, and it will push through some fears. So I'm sure that a lot of you probably won't do it, and that's okay, because when you're really truly ready and open for that movement and transition, you'll be willing to do the exercise. So if this doesn't feel like the right exercise for you right now, don't give yourself any shit. Just honor the fact that this isn't for you right now, and keep it in the back of your mind in case there is a time that it pops up and it is a good idea for you, okay? But here's what I'd love for you to do, is to get real about where you're at right now in your life with your finances. It doesn't matter how bad they look. Just get real with yourself. Do an actual spreadsheet, or do it on a sheet of paper if that works better for you or whatever. How much are you actually spending each month on the things that you have? And then I want you to take and do another spreadsheet. And this is your dream spreadsheet, okay? It doesn't matter how outlandish it is. You could say, I want to be part of a private jet club, and I know that it requires $100,000 deposit every year to be part of this club. But do a little research. So if you choose something like that, let's say you chose the private jet club, and you're like, I have no clue what this would even cost. Do a little bit of research just to get some sort of estimate, okay? Do your spreadsheet and find out, if I had everything I wanted in my life, this is how much it would take per year for me to live that way. Even if that's daily massages, I don't care how extravagant it is. So now you've got your 2 spreadsheets, where you are, where your dream life is. And then I want you to take a look in between there and say, okay, what's a more realistic reach for me right now? It's not that dream one is impossible and that you can't get there at some point in your life. But if you try to take too large of a leap, in many cases, it can cause you to freeze and do nothing. So also create something that's in between there. So let's say that right now, you're spending no money on massages. In your dream budget, you want to get a massage weekly. So maybe for your next budget, you look at either choose 1 or 2 massages a month, right? You get the idea, something in the middle. So try doing those 3 budgets and just see what comes up for you. As you're doing it, be super gentle with yourself. This isn't about setting a goal and then going after it, losing my words here. Yeah, it's not meant to be setting a goal that you have to go after like crazy and you're meaning to accomplish it. The point of making the budgets is as you're doing this, different thoughts are going to come up in your mind, different feelings are going to come up in your body. Like you might even notice for me in particular, this side of my jaw, when I start thinking too much about money, it like clamps up. It just really hurts. And so that's what I mean for feeling something in your body. Maybe you'll notice like your knee starts twinging, or maybe you start coughing, whatever. Just kind of make note of what's physically happening in your body, and also make note of what thoughts are coming up for you. I don't deserve this. I couldn't possibly achieve that. If I have this, then it's not right for me to have this much, because I should be, if I'm making this much money, I should be sharing it with other people. Whatever comes up, okay? And that's all I want you to do for right now, is just notice. Just become aware of what's coming up, because that's the first step, really. And honestly, if that's all you want to do is become aware and then just say a prayer or just set the intention afterwards that any of the stuff that was brought up that's no longer beneficial for the person that you're choosing to be now is released, just set that intention. Let it be released. Okay? Does anyone have any questions before I jump off? So you've got the 3 spreadsheets, right? Where you are now, your dream budget, and then something to work towards, something that's in between. No questions? Okay, so for any of you that are local and joining this, so Quad City area, I am hosting an event next Thursday night. It's just 2 hours long. It's $15, includes your dinner and a drink. And we're going to talk about money and your relationship with money, and just give you a few pointers, some steps in the right direction to start moving and working with. If you're interested in doing that, I'll be posting the link below this live. So please join me. Just grab a ticket and come join me, and we'll have a lot of fun. Okay? Have a good night.